Sweet. Sorry about that. What's up, hon? Sweet. I like the sounds of that. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. Get back into it. You're gonna have to start this part over, but that's okay. Doesn't take too long. I just hate that I got to the very top and all of a sudden wants to start messing with me. Yes, back to the subject. Well, as you should, come to America to meet friends. You shouldn't come here and just not do anything at all, you know? Which is something I'm sure some people do. But I don't see the fun in that. Yeah, well, I've never left the States, but I don't know, I guess the closest I've left the States was going to the Bahamas on a cruise ship, on a cruise once. That's about it. It's not too far away. Yeah, he's drunk. Look at him. This will make it, well, him or her being derpy will make it all the better. It's okay, kid. You're fine. You're just fashionably late, that's all. Where am I going? I can only imagine what kit time is. Oh, come on. See, look at you going on your own little journeys. It's gonna be pretty new. That's gonna be pretty cool though. Well, at least you can say you've been to Florida. Maybe not experience everything that's here, but there's always time for that. One day. I haven't been to either one of them. I want to though. Basically, time, distance, money. And getting the days off for work, but I usually just go to FWA and Megaplex because they're like the two closest near me. So I feel like they're kind of mandatory to go to. I really wouldn't feel comfortable going there myself either. I'd rather go with someone. Whether it be car, which would be hectic, or in a plane, be a little bit easier. But I don't want to go on the plane by myself. Yeah, money's a big issue too. Oh, and speaking of, trying to figure out your persona, that's going to be the fun part for you. Going to be doing a lot of debating, I bet. Yeah, see, I can't spin that. Well, consider you're coming from, like, across the big pond. You can see why that would be a little bit more expensive than I would imagine it to be. Yours are pretty likable. Yeah, names are kind of hard to come up with as well. Especially when you want to try to come up with a name that hasn't been used yet. Yeah, I don't really name my people when I play RPG games. I just kind of keep it as it is. Especially when they're like the main characters in your party. I don't know, like kind of with me when I use the name WolfangCerberus, I kind of just used that name before I even got the suit. But I kind of wanted to change the name, but then again, the name was just kind of already established. I wouldn't know what else to make it. I just didn't really find it fitting. But I stuck with it. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, you must be like really trustworthy with people staying in your room. I just hope they're people that you can trust. Sure, I'll join you in your room. Yeah, I think, you know, it's kind of like once you latch onto a name, it's kind of hard to just abandon it. Especially like when people are kind of already know you by that name. And it's just gonna confuse them, but they'll just have to start calling you something else. It's like when people change their species every week. It's like, make up your damn mind. What are you? I mean, I can understand, you know, people having multiple characters, but I prefer them just having one name to go by. Besides, you know, having a name for them to go feel like they need to go by that day of the week. And it's just kind of like they have split personality then. Well, if the time ever came, and it was going to be legit that I was going to go over there, we were going to be at the same con or whatever, then you can take it seriously, because I would. And I'd help pay for the room too. Oh yeah, with Xbox, when people would just change their names, I would end up forgetting who they were, and they would just like keep talking to me like I'm supposed to remember, and don't even let me know. That'd be one hell of a drive, but it'd be nice for. I'm sure it'd be a nice road trip to AC. Probably take like 2 days of driving just to get there. I would think that any con that you go to for your first one would be a memorable experience. Whether good or bad, be good for the stories. Like, I can't say I've had a bad con, but I've had some weird stuff happen during it that's not so enjoyable. Soon. Soon. Well, well, alright, pretty much during my, during my first con, which was FWA 2013, there's a couple of them, a couple stories, it's pretty much, you know, just at a rave, dancing, by myself, you know, doing my own thing. Next thing I know, I feel someone grinding up against my backside with his hand around me. And it freaked me out. And I turn around and it's someone I don't even know. The first thing that came to my mind was, you know, Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. Like, that's my purse, I don't know you. That's what really came to mind. I really wanted to do that. And, but no, this guy ended up well, I won't say it's in the corner, it's just, it was kind of in the back, towards the back area anyway. I kind of would prefer it to be the corner, so that way, you know, my back would be against the wall. No one would be creeping up on me, trying to grope my front side, you know. Oh shit. Yeah, and then I had a friend come and help me because this guy would not leave me alone. He didn't get the hint that I wanted to be around him. And so I had a friend like come and distract him for me while I try to sneak out of the rave. I don't know if I would consider it a rave, but the dancing room. And then I tried to get out, and I ended up, because I was in suit and I can't see because of my peripheral, I ended up knocking down the sign next to the door that was on the stand. I had to explain to the guy who was like checking name badges what the issue was. I didn't want to give out, yeah, I didn't want to give out any names because I didn't want to be, you know, that guy. I didn't want to be the tattletale, I guess you could say. But I just apologize. I don't know if it's the best experience, but it does make for a good story though. Yeah, especially, you know, while he's all hopped up on wine, that'd be a good time to see. It'd be fun to watch. Like how he, you know, he probably gets plastered on his wine so much. That's why he starts carrying like a wine sippy cup now. So, you know, if he does fall, you know, not one drop will come out of it. It's just how boss he is. That's why every time I like make an encounter with him, I'm as nice as I can be. That's right, you keep flying, you don't see me. I mean, if he makes Marines cry, you know, that's gotta say something about the Marines. Well, let's just put it this way, it wasn't a very consenting grope either. It was very aggressive. It's like, I didn't really care much for it. Oh, and get this. The next day I go back to the dance. Guess who's there? Corporal Klingers. He was eyeing me from across the dance room, trying to get my attention to come over. And I just acted like I didn't see him and started dancing within the group of suitors, trying to get lost in the mix. We're trying to lose him anyway. Oh man. And it's kind of hard to blend in when yeah, the only way I could blend in is like blend in with other suitors with the same colors and get down behind them. So no, no, oh, god damn it. Well, there goes my part of my scarf. When you had the feeling of burning. Yeah, the scarf is pretty much your health. But it doesn't really matter at this point anyway. I should have been paying more attention. That's kind of how it was. I just felt so violated. Felt so dirty afterwards. Not the good kind either. Okay, and here's another story from, you know, the same con, just a different day. It's a pretty short one. Friend gets, you know, I get a friend that's like gets plastered on beer because he ended up trying to mix his alcohol, like his liquor and his beer, which is never a good idea. I got to learn my lesson doing that once. Luckily it was at home by mixing 2 different vodkas, and that did not go over well. Let's just say that went over like arithmetic on a short bus. No, just awful. Yeah, but he got so drunk, and then he thought, you know, maybe I should eat some pizza now because, you know, that will help sober me up. I think it's a little too late on the draw there. As soon as we make it to his room, he started blowing chunks, and I can hear him kind of laughing because he knew how retarded. yeah, I know, it's 2 vodkas, 2 different brands too, so it's not a good idea. But my friend, he's kind of laughing because he knew how ridiculous and retarded he was for doing that. I'm sitting there out the door just asking if he's okay, and he was. Next, I guess he was taking care of him for like a whole hour while he's just laying on the bed in pain. I'm sitting there just aggravated with him because he pretty much made me miss, you know, the dance competition that I wanted to go see. Luckily they had it on live stream, but I'm sure it's a lot more fun to see in person. So that was annoying. It's always so much fun when you hang out with friends who can't, you know, hold their alcohol in. Especially when they decide to get 3 sheets to the wind. Well, it's not like he had any hair for me to hold for him, so I didn't really see much of a point. He'll be fine. I don't think he locked the door. I just didn't want to see it. Hearing it was pretty gross, though. It's a very quiet vomiter. Unlike me, I'm kind of loud when I vomit. And sorry if, you know, anyone gets queasy on the vomit subject. Oh no. Like, I've done it a couple times in my life, but it's kind of one reason why I stopped. kind of drinking heavily. I only like to drink only enough to like get a buzz going, and that's about it. I hate feeling like crap. Yeah, it's always good to be like, it's always good to drink socially too. Well, not all, I wouldn't say it's always good, but I say it's a lot better than just drinking by yourself. So I think drinking by yourself is, well, depressing. It's always good to share it with someone. Yeah, so that way, you know, if you think you're drinking, if your friend thinks you're drinking too much, you can, you know, stop you from doing that. Well, you don't always have to drink just because everyone else is. Sometimes you could just be, sometimes you can always be, or feel like you're drunk by association. Like, just drink, like, you probably just drink something else while other people are getting drunk. You just feel like you're getting drunk with them. Sounds like me, because I hate whiskey. Unless it's that Fireball stuff. That seems like the only thing I can drink when it comes to whiskey. It just tastes like that melted down cinnamon disc candy. You're lucky for not ever having a hangover. See, that's always a good reason. It's a good reason to laugh at your friends. That way, you can always remind them if they do something stupid. Because, you know, sometimes they're not going to remember. At least you've never had a hangover. I envy you on that. Hate waking up like with cotton mouth, my head hurting. Alright, Tim, let's hear your story. And what do you tell your friends? What's one thing you've told your friends to do while you recorded it? Yeah, that's part of the game. You pretty much start freezing to death. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you mean like Everclear? That's like the only thing I know that's 90% proof. And it hurts. Ooh, that's a little awkward. Reminds me of a porn I once saw. Well, I hope it was a video. I'd love to see it. Oh, a picture will do too. Well, drinking can be quite the truth serum. Well, I don't know. I mean, there was... Okay, because, you know... Because I'm so curious about different kinds of stuff sometimes. There's a... I guess you could say a porn series called Ripples and Wrinkles. It's pretty much just old ladies getting it on with people. I don't know, to me it's pretty gross, but hey, who am I to say what people can and can't do? As long as it's consenting. You know, it's pretty much like an old lady's grandson, an old lady and her grandson just hanging out. Next thing you know, all of a sudden the grandson's going, "Oh, it's about to be your birthday, Grandma. What do you want for your birthday?" And she just goes, "A nice big cock." The next thing you know, grandson's banging Granny on the couch. Oh, Two Girls, One Cup? Yeah, that's gonna be like 2 times to get through. I couldn't watch it all. I will say the vomiting into each other's mouth scene was kind of hot. I'll give them that. Okay, it was pretty disgusting. I hate vomiting. I couldn't do it. Yeah, after she gives him a gum job, that's when you should put the teeth back in, after the gum job. Oh, I like the pornos with the bad acting. I need a reason as to why these two people are fucking each other. That's why I prefer the gonzo porn more than just them getting right into the action. I call lies and slander on that, Tim. You look at it every day. Especially when, you know, a certain someone posts stuff, lewd stuff. You're just ever so curious as to wanting to see. I believe it. That I believe Tim on. And for good reason, too. I don't understand what's so disappointing about that. And hooray, I beat the game. Woo. It's only like an hour and a half to 2 hour game, really. At least I got it for free. But it's such a pretty game, I can't not like it. And so, you know, your character's just pretty much flying back through all the stages you went through, and then you end up at the beginning and you can just start a new journey. Run into some other people to play with. Yeah, Tim is being honest. I know he watches that stuff. Because he's so trashy. But hey, if that's what you know, that's what gets your rocks off, and you know, I don't blame you. Yeah, well, I'll give you that one, kid. Because it's pretty much like an extra layer of clothing. Everything looks, you know, the size of your junk does not look proportionate to the size of, you know, the suit. So I can agree with you there. They can make someone's junk look tiny. Compared, you know, to the person outside of the suit. It's kind of like, It's kind of like when I see rock bands, like either in videos or in person. Like there'd be like really big guys playing guitars, but I'm sitting there thinking that like, the guitar looks really small, but just because but in actuality, the guitar's normal size, they're just really big guys, and it makes the guitar look tiny on them. Yeah, I know Tim likes it. I know he only watches like a few certain people. So dirty. Well, I'm not gonna name names, I'm just saying certain people. Yeah, exactly. That's why they can't see, above the dashboard. They have to like sit on some kind of, they have to sit on, phone books just to see. See, that's the only thing, like meeting different companions, is that you never know which one was which. Sure, it'll tell you the name, but you'll never know which character was them. Yeah, if Aragon and Saphira had sex, Aragon would have to like just use his whole body, just jump straight in there just to pleasure her. You know what ruined my childhood for that book was the movie. Not the sex, or the fan fiction, but the movie killed it for me. Yeah, you say it was ruined, but then you just kept on looking at Robin Hood, didn't you? Alright guys, well, thank you for going on this journey with me to the very end. I appreciate you guys watching. And telling stories and laughs along the way. It was a good time. But yeah, I gotta get out of here, at least in a few, because I gotta get some sleep for work tonight. I'm glad you had a good time, kid. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you joined in. Thanks, Mr. T. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I will go get that well-deserved sleep, I suppose. But first I gotta take shots of ZQuil just to put me to sleep. I might just do a stream tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure which game yet, though. But yeah, I'll definitely, if I do, I'll definitely be like around the same time. Tomorrow-ish. Save just for a little bit, anyway. Alright, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. And I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good day. And a good weekend along that.